So get your wooden ring. Mine here is a 5cm wooden ring. Take your 150cm long cord and fold it with 20cm on one side and about 130cm on the other side. You want to bring that folded cord through the hoop and pull the two cords through that loop you've just created. And this creates the lark's head knot. To stop the ends from fraying and to also make it easier to thread your cord through the wooden bead at the end, I'd recommend just putting a bit of tape on the end of your cord. I'm using a vegan plant-based tape here that's not made of any plastics. So you can see here I've now taped them, there's no loose ends. Pop the short piece of cord to one side for now, as you don't need to use it. We'll only be knotting with this longer piece of cord. So to start, pop your cord through the front of the hoop and pull that through. The cord is quite long at the moment, but you can see I've pulled that cord in front of the loop we've made, and then just pull that really tight. To complete the first knot, we now want to go in through the back of the hoop. So put your cord through the back of the hoop like so. And you can see we've created a loop here. You want to ensure that your cord goes through this loop to form this nice lark's head knot again. So just pull that nice and tight. I don't like too much space between my cords, so I do wiggle them around to make sure they're nice and tight as I'm creating it. And now we repeat that process again. So the cord goes through the front of the hoop and bring it back in front of the cord. If I slow it down, you can see we've got a loop created there and our cord goes through the middle of it. So just pull that nice and tight to create the first half of the knot, and then take that cord back through the back of the hoop and behind that loop that we've made. There's a lot of cord, pull that tight to create the full knot as before, and just wiggle that around to make sure that it's nice and tight. And you can see here how the pattern's starting to come together. It's nice and tight on the front and the back. So continue making these knots using the cord. Go first through the front of the hoop and through the loop that you've created. And then through the back of the hoop. And again through that little loop that you've created. I'm going to continue knotting all the way around my wooden hoop, and I'll be back at the end to show you how to finish it off. So this is my final knot. I'm going through the back of my hoop and through the loop, and that is 13 knots all the way around my loop. I'm just making sure that the spacing is all the same around my loop, just making sure they're all even and together. So now I'm happy with this. Let's add the wooden bead. So this is a 15mm wooden bead. Because we've already taped off the ends, it's really easy to just thread these through the bead. It's one, and 2, and then thread this bead through to sit flush on your little ornament. And the last step is just to knot off the end of your cords, and this will create a nice loop to be able to hang it on your Christmas tree. So I want them all to sit about the same, so I'm just going to use the one I've made before as a guide as to where to sit my knot, and then just tighten this. Now we can use some scissors just to cut off the excess cord. And here is your completed macrame Christmas decoration. I'd already made 2 in a natural colour and this one in white, but feel free to play around with different colours. Let me know in the comments if you found this tutorial helpful. Thank you for watching.